not a lot of creative folk made it out of Addison, Illinois. You get trapped in the shadows of a Walmart and you stay there. So the fact that anybody's made it out, I'm excited about. It makes me very excited to not only introduce but also watch the first performer tonight, my good friend Chris Santiago. Everybody.
Thank you very much, Kyle. He brought up that I was a very intense Christian kid. I'm not anymore. I'm an environmentalist now. I have one merch that you can purchase in the back. It's a VHS tape. That I made this week for you. It's me consoling Chicago vegetation that are affected by seasonal affective disorder. I believe it's a serious issue. They're losing their hair and we don't care. So it's called The Grass is Greener. When you believe in yourself. So it's $1. It comes with a VCR, and the VCR is $14,999. I think it's a good deal if you guys all go half-seas. Thank you. After the show. You guys do karate when you were kids? When you were doing karate, did you see those guys exhibit, like they would chop 2x4s with their hands and then like kick through cement blocks and like break bricks with their heads? Yeah. Oh, so you mean those guys are still trying to fight houses? Like, I've never seen a house try to fight anyone before, you know? But I have seen like a whole bunch of them just collapse on their own accord. It seems kind of mean to me is what I'm saying. Also, like, homes aren't even really strong enough to keep most families together. They break kind of a lot. It got sad at the end. I've never done karate training, you know, but I think I just taught you emotional judo. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I have never performed in front of a crowd this big that's so afraid of a dinner that's coming up this week. You know? So I'm really excited about it. I had a friend that was chiding me, chastising me, saying, hey, Chris, you're 40 and you've lived a really sheltered life. Oh, really? Why? Just because I've never been offered cocaine at a party? And I went to art school. Like, I've seen things. Like, I've seen a man walk out of a porta potty with no shoes on, barefoot. But I've also been offered things. Like, I've been offered to see a snack-sized Ziploc bag a 16th of the way full of teenage semen. Oh, not now. It was in 1992. I was a teenager, you monsters. That before it was cool and common. Right? Bags of... Guys, clap it up if you have a bag of your semen. Okay. Statistics say that 1 out of 10 men here. It's just me? Okay, quick side note about that story, all right? Because it is a true story. I have seen a bag. If you find yourself in a locker room at some point, and your hunchback Polish friend says, hey, you You want to see a bag of magic I've been working on for 3 weeks? Like, summon up your inner Nancy Reagan and just say no. And then take your Nancy Reagan and put her back in hell. Yeah, cocaine, right? Cocaine. And this is gonna sound judgmental, and I don't mean to offend, but like personally, I don't think I could ever really get used to like snorting up the hopes and dreams of Bolivian women and children, you know? Like, hey, you do your moral thing, I'll do mine. But what? What? There's like no fair trade cocaine, you know? Non-fair trade, 90% cacao bar, though, you say? Let's grind up some baby dreams. I'm ready to party. What I'm trying to say is I love chocolate. I appreciate social justice. You know what? I grew up in a white town 30 miles away from here. You know the one? It's every town 30 miles away from here. I feel like 30 miles is sort of the like minimum safe distance from the diversity blast zone. It's like right here. And it wasn't bad. You know, I enjoyed it, but it did get weird. At times, there were points where I would just be out with my cousin. My cousin's here, and he can vouch for this. This is a real story. And like kids, sometimes like we'd be walking through a field, and another kid would just like pop up and be like, "Asians eat dogs." You know, and it was just like matter of fact. I know we say cooler stuff now, right? But like that kind of happened a lot, and to the point where I had to ask my dad about it. I'm like, Dad, Asians dog. And my dad was like, what? Because he can't hear me. Through his ongoing disappointment in my life choices. And my dad is like, yeah. Like that was the end of that conversation. It's like, oh, like, but you know, props to those kids for knowing like a little more about Asian cuisine than I do. But also for knowing that like, Santiago, I'm Asian. You know, like they were kids, you're adults, and I guarantee there are a whole bunch of you that are like, he's Asian? I'm gonna explain it to you. You know how tuna is the chicken of the sea? Filipinos are the chicken of 300 years of systematic Spanish forced exorcist-style cross-jabbing? I have my job. I've given it to you and you can now describe us as that. But you might be saying like, no. I've grown up in the suburbs and it was fine. There were like 10, 60, 90 families of color. That's still a white town. Let's do a quick thought experiment here. Imagine you're at a Cubs game, okay? And you're wearing like a Cardinals mascot uniform. Like fans will put up with you. Fans are great. You just can't cheer. Alright, if this doesn't work for you, imagine you're at a Cubs game, alright? And you're like a person of color. Like, some of us can feel that, you know? And I've gone to a lot of Cubs games. I'm not the biggest sports fan, but like friends would be like, hey man, let's go. And they just give me a ticket, right? So it's fine. But I don't like going to Wrigley. And it's pretty much because of the bathrooms. If you haven't been to the bathroom at Wrigley, let me just describe it for you. It is a room lined with pissing troughs, all right? And honestly, it's not like the parade of penises. That part's fun and flirty, you know? Like, it's just, while I was going, I got hit with splashback on the lid. And I froze. And that's like the concentrated urine of at least like 15 men and like 2 junior high kids you're trying not to look at. And I mean, don't get me wrong, all right? Like, I'm open to trying water sports, but you've gotta urinate on my hand first, and then bring the guys. I'll take it in the face. I'm, like I'm a Bunny Hill to Black Diamond kind of guy. Like, I'm trying to tell you I'm a quick study, because I'm Asian. Thank you very much. I'm Chris Santiago.
He started like 3 months ago.